And we're back. Episode 6, 8-Bit, how you been? Ray Brennan, Sean Jackson.
Oh, and I forgot to bring out the old camera.
Should I start this again?
No, we're good. You should introduce our new mascot, though.
I don't want to fucking talk about that thing. It's cool from a distance, but it's sitting right next to me, and I feel like I want to put Purell on every inch of my body.
Did you bring the hand sanitizer?
No, I fucking forgot it inside. It's like a fucking liter-and-a-half bottle.
Our new mascot. I was out back here.
Oh, wait, hey.
What's that?
I didn't agree to that being the new mascot. I don't want to see this in its indoors or anything. But.
No, it's not our mascot, but like I was out back here in the trees taking a piss, and I just saw something, and I was like, that's not a bone. It just looked like a bone, something. I actually thought
it was like a pelvic bone.
That's what I thought. When I was looking at it, I thought it was a pelvis, and I was like, if that's a pelvis, I'm going to puke. Go check it out. So I just got in there and pulled it out, and it had teeth. I'm like, yes! This is coming out of here.
Oh, yeah, it's awful. I don't know if it stinks or not, but something does, and it's either that or Ray. So.
Could be a mixture of both. Getting that motherfucker on film there. That sumbitch got some teeth on him. Actually, we don't even know. It's got to be a cow.
It's a cow, I'm sure. Well, can you pull the teeth out of it?
They were wobbly. They were wobbly.
I want to get that. We should get the pliers out here. Let's send one of the broads in to get a pair of pliers, and we'll try and go a little fucking.
Hey, broads! Get some fucking pliers up in this bitch. We want to rip. We got some dentist work to do on this motherfucker.
We're gonna tear the molars out of this Velociraptor skull. Oh, I said if you want to, I won't stop you, but it's not necessary.
What is going on?
Unless you want to. You never know what else you might find inside.
Maybe another drink.
Yeah.
Or a pizza.
Or a phone with which you could order a pizza.
Fuck me out! I don't know.
Well, I think kids are. I remember my Uncle Rennie running around the pool because I didn't. When I was like in the 5th grade, I knew the word gay and I didn't know what it meant, but I knew it didn't mean something. Well, not to say it didn't mean something good, but to use it towards someone was a derogatory thing.
Yeah,
and that's all I knew. And so we're out the back in the pool, and my Uncle Rennie's out there, and I started calling him gay, joking. Well, Uncle Rennie's gay, and I didn't understand why he was getting so pissed because like I made fun of my uncles a lot, my family, and I was a rambunctious hyper kid.
No,
believe it or not, and. Yeah, and so I saw him, Uncle Randy's gay, and he's getting so mad, and I'm like, I don't know what this means in my head, but if it's just getting him so mad, I'm going to keep going with it, right?
Yeah. So
I'm like, Uncle Randy's gay, and gets to the point where he's up and he's chasing me. He's getting so mad, he's chasing me, but not chasing me jokingly, like he's pissed off, like, stop, and I'm running away from him, going, Uncle Randy's gay, Uncle Randy's gay, Uncle Randy's gay.
And he was actually mad?
Mad, and he's running, he chased me around the pool, he's about to catch me, so I jumped in the pool, and then I kept yelling at him from in the pool.
That's one.
You couldn't get me.
What's one thing about you, Sean, is when you sense anger, it's like a shark smelling blood. Like when you're making fun of someone and they get pissed because you do it to me all the time.
Wait, when have I ever made fun of you?
Oh yeah. What was the first game that you played a lot? Like okay, you'll always kind of remember the first game you played, maybe.
Yeah.
But what was the first game that you played and then it was that game you played like a lot?
Like it was the fallback game? Definitely Mario Brothers 2 and 3, probably more than anything back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, they would be the first. So I would say... Yeah, I'm going to say Mario 2. Because, I played a lot of Mario 1, but I actually think I might have played more Mario 2.
Oh, yeah.
Because I could beat it
No,
faster.
But was Mario 1 the first one you played the shit out of, though?
I played lots of it.
Well, then
but I think I beat Mario 2 before I actually beat Mario 1.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because Mario 1, you get to the end of Mario 1, and you've got fucking Bowser, and he's doing everything he was doing before, except he's throwing, like, an assload of hammers at you. Do you remember this? It's a fucking bitch. You got to get by all those hammers, and then
there was a trick to it, though. I remember
there's something above them, I think, isn't there?
I don't remember. I just remember there was a lot of those games back in the day. Like he would throw the exact hammers at the exact points. Those games had
so
shit like
that.
that.
Yeah, I'd get by it, but like I don't know. But I found at the end of Mario 2 was a lot easier because all you had to do was fucking choke the shit out of that big fugly toad with Warwick just throwing vegetables down his throat until he died.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh, I remember beating it, and I remember it was easy as shit. Kind of like Super Mario 3. That was retarded easy.
Yeah, especially because you could just warp from world 1 to world 7, and then from world 7 to world 8.
Yeah, and then you go to Bowser, and he's a joke.
The warp whistle, yeah. Yeah, what he's jumping down, he's just trying to break the floor, and you've got to get him to, you just wait for him, and then you dodge him, and then you wait for him, and then you dodge him.
It was so ridiculous.
He looked cool, and that music back in the day, I remember the music from Mario 2 and Mario 3. Like that when you get to Bowser and it's like that. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's super fucking intense.
His castle was always pretty intense too.
Oh, his castle.
When you know you're getting close to Bowser because the
yeah.
flames start coming. Every game had that. Even the newest one had that.
Yeah, you know what you never find in his castle though? His safe, his stash. I mean, where the fuck's he getting all this money? He has a castle that seems to get rebuilt and reconstructed every single game, and he's
bigger and better.
Yeah, it's always bigger and better. And now he's taking it into outer space. Oh, and even before that, he's got fucking racetracks built inside of his castle. But not just one. Multiple race. He's obviously got multiple castles in multiple parts of the Mushroom Kingdom. Right? Yeah. Like this guy is established. He's Tony Montana.
He is successful in what he's done. Mario is just a plumber. He's a piece of shit.
And let's not push it.
My very first game I played the shit out of was a game called Moon Patrol for the Atari.
Moon Patrol. That's,
You probably never heard of it. It wasn't a huge popular game, but if you were to play it, you can see why I played it. It's just a really fun, addictive. It's just a platformer. You're just this. You're just a vehicle. And you can shoot up and forward when you hit because Atari had a joystick and a button. That's all it had.
Yeah.
When you hit the button, you can jump by pushing up. The button shoots, and when you shoot up and forward. So at
the same time.
At the same time. So there was aliens coming from above. You can shoot them, and then there was holes you had to jump over, and like little mounds of blocks, and you can shoot them to get, or you can jump over them. But it would progressively get harder and harder. And one of the game that Alex was playing is called Bit Trip Runner.
Oh yeah,
I threw that on. I threw that on, and it's similar in so many ways.
Something else that we brought up the other night while we were playing Limbo, which is just bastardly creepy, bastardly creepy. And one of the coolest parts for me was when that spider got you and he coiled you up in your webs and he pushed you up, and I'm like,
crazy.
And I'm like, well, Ray's dead, and you're thinking you're dead too, and I think we're both waiting for the game to restart, and then all of a sudden you're just playing with the controls, and next thing you know you're like, oh, I'm moving.
Yeah.
And the little fucking guy's moving, and then he falls down. And then you're hopping along, covered in spiderwebs. Like, no, that was just part of the game. That's a sequence. You're not dead.
I totally
keep
forget.
going.
How did I even get out of it?
You were moving back and forth, and then what ends up happening is that you kind of broke the web and you fell down.
I remember that, but I mean, like, I was hopping.
There was like an accident or something. You fell down through a bunch of shit, and it all got ripped off you, except for that one little thing stuck on your head for a little bit. And then it gets pulled off again.
What a fucking crazy game.
Unbelievable. Yeah, this is where indie games are going, and I'm all on board. I mean, I love Meat Boy, and this is even just as, nothing like Meat Boy, but just as good in terms of quality. And
one thing it does have is, which I think is amazing that they do, is the old platformers had lives.
Right.
So if you die too many times, you're dead. You got to start the whole game over.
Oh yeah.
This one it's all about like you got to think your way through the game.
I call it. I don't know if this is coined or not, but I call it try and die.
Try and die.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because remember, there was a couple points in Limbo where you literally, like when you're sliding down a hill and there's spikes down there.
Yeah.
The only way you would know is if you just smash into them and die.
Yeah.
So then the next time you do it, you know to jump.
Well, there was that one where they had the bear traps, and you could see. We went up and like, okay, obviously there's a bear trap hanging by a rope, so you've got to get past it. So you go, you're expecting it, it swings down, you avoid it. You didn't see the other one that was up there, it swings down and gets it. So you have to, you didn't know that going in. You've got to retry this.
There's absolutely nobody on Earth who's played that game that went to that part knew that was going to happen.
Oh, no way.
Like, that is a try and die for sure.
Absolutely.
Try and die.
See, I got morning will, but I piss out that door right there sometimes.
That's decent. And you could fire hose in it, and it wouldn't be a fire hose.
That's the thing.
It'd just be a straight line.
Yeah, you do have to be careful because the neighbor's kids play out there. So the first thing, the one morning, I'm not even kidding. I came out to take a piss, and I was like a hangover and bloodshot eyes in my boxer shorts. I just looked like a washed up hunk of crap. And I came to the door to piss, and I pulled it out just I look up. I see a little girl and a little boy running around the fucking neighbor's yard. So I put it away real quick and went inside. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes! So instead of wasting my time going all the way upstairs and pissing like a toilet like a human being, I just stuck my wiener out really really nonchalantly and pissed out the door anyway. So they couldn't. If they looked, all they'd see was a stream coming out the door.
Yeah.
Could be a super soaker full of lemonade.
Funny
they don't know.
Even picture yourself as a kid. You would know it's piss.
Oh, absolutely.
It looks like a stream of piss.
Kids are dumb, but they're not fucking stupid.
Yeah. Underwear. That was awesome. That was fucking awesome.
What the hell happened? Did LeDuc pull you out of the chair? You can pull that chair by a 12.5-pound dog? Holy shit.
So just now,
He
I
got his
wish I
weenies.
was filming this. The dog just ran and pulled Leslie out of the fucking chair, and she fell over like a piece of shit. Really, though, you're a bag of garbage. Idiot. We've talked many times about how when we're growing up, we've fucking gotten somewhat angry at video games.
No! Don't make a bitch of me!
Not once.
But mainly, if you got some old games that that really pissed you off, to a point where you were so pissed that you wrecked a controller.
Well, one of the ones was that Cabal game there for the NES.
Oh,
that was a port from the arcade, and that was the one where I had the old 2-button NES controller.
Yeah.
It was that submarine boss battle during
Yeah.
that game, and I lost. And apparently I took it pretty hard. Sorry, and I took that pretty rough. So I took my in a little child fit of rage. I trolled it around by the corner and I smacked it on the bedpost and it bust open.
Was it demolished? Like it was fucked?
It pretty much, yeah. Like I mean, like it split in half down the down like where the I don't know what you call it, the seam where it's connected.
Yeah.
It just split right in half, and you know all the little inner chip came out. And the little
Was that the
buttons.
one you had to hide from Pete?
That's the one, yeah. My mom came upstairs. She was getting ready for bed. She'd come up a few minutes later, and then I told her, or she saw what had happened, and I told her about it. And she, and then all of a sudden you hear my dad coming up. My mom's like, "Oh shit!" But well, I don't think she said, but I put it under the. She told me to put it under the bed before my dad got there. So we stuck it under the sheets, like under the like I made the bed over top of the controller.
Yeah.
Stuck it under the pillow, something like that.
I know a recent story you have.
Which one's that?
Which one? There's more than
With
one I'm thinking of.
Video game related?
Yeah, like the one you threw in Mario World into the Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah. That was when Mario World pissed me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this fucking happened. I mean, like, I've
such a
been
great
going
story.
through it again from the beginning, and I'm in like, I don't know, I was so close to it. I think I was actually close to World 8, and I've been actually going and getting all the little side ones and doing everything. And then I got pissed off. I forget which level I got mad at, and I threw the controller, but it hit the Super Nintendo, and it shut the Super Nintendo off, reset. And my save game got erased off the cartridge.
So when you turned it back on, it was just not there.
Gandhi.
Oh man.
Yeah, I hadn't played it since.
I would butt fuck the Super Nintendo. Like I would find its ass and
I know.
fuck it.
And that's my fault entirely. Like, I sucked too much, so then I threw the controller, and that fucked me up way worse.
Yeah.
So my dad's going to the doctors this week. We've gone to the same doctors for years, and he's on this little street. It's just thin enough to be a fucking one-way street, but it, for some reason, is a two-way street. But everybody parks on the right side.
Oh yeah.
So my dad goes to park his truck, and he gets out, and he's walking across the street to go into the doctor's office. And he hears this guy go, "Can't park the truck there." My dad turns around, and there's this guy mowing his lawn. And my dad says, "Excuse me?" "Oh, he says, you can't park your truck there." My dad says, "There's no signs anywhere. I've been parking here for years." "Well, you're not quite 50 feet from the curb, or from the end of the other road." My dad looks and says, "No, I'd say that's about 50 feet. And the guy goes, I couldn't believe this. The guy goes, "You can only park there for an hour, you know that, right?" So my dad's starting to get past. So my dad says, "You know what? What are you, the fucking parking police?" Starts walking at the guy and says, "And I can park here for 2 hours." So the guy starts, as my dad starts walking towards the guy starts walking up his property back to his house. The guy says, "Well, what if your trucks or what if, someone drops by to visit me?" My dad says, "You're a fucking asshole. No one's coming to visit you," and walks away from the guy.
Well, episode 6, we're gonna try to, like, I'm going back to school. Sean's, we're like gonna be obviously getting work here shortly, so we're gonna be fucking like, we're gonna be a bit busy. I don't know. We have fun doing this, and we want to keep doing it, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
This is pretty enjoyable for us. Hopefully, you'll see more episodes. They're gonna be a little. They're not gonna be weekly. I don't know. We thank everyone for watching, and
Keep on rocking in the free world.
all right, we're outie bagoutie.
Bye. I got
Boobs.